pick up games. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another one. My name is TubeBuddy Technician. Just wanted to talk about something real quick. Actually, don't even think I'll be on that long at all. So, something I want to talk about. Let me see. I can't actually hear this in my ear. Yeah. Okay. So something I want to talk about, YouTube success without gear. And what do I mean by that? So something, I understand this already. A lot of people don't. And sometimes I like to see for myself so I can get a little bit of confirmation to show that what I'm thinking isn't 100% incorrect. To show that what I'm thinking isn't too far-fetched. It's not too far-fetched. So, Tech and Chill YouTube success without gear. And I'm just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna hide the chat box until I see people in the chat room. So, the channel I got up on the screen right now is a gaming channel by the name of Kizzy K. He's part of a gaming clan called Panda. His banner is pretty nice. Says he uploads every weekday. His brand affiliations is Geico, HyperX, Meta, I don't know who that is, and Zowie. Okay. If you come down here, look at his tags, his keywords, you can tell that he is a competitive fighting game YouTuber, gaming YouTuber. As you can tell by the tags here, you got Justin Wong. That's a famous Street Fighter esports pro. That's the only name I recognize on here. I recognize some of the games. Okay, now you come down here and you see got Panda Brothers. So Panda Brothers probably their gaming esports team. They got Justin Wong. Wait a minute, he's on a team with Justin Wong.
These trials get brutal, does it? Yeah, I can imagine.
Is that Justin Wong? Justin Wong, or is that somebody else? Let me see. Oh shit, that probably is Justin Wong. Interesting. I wonder if that is the Justin Wong. Girl dad. Yep, that looks like him. Okay, yeah, it looks like him. Okay, interesting. All right. Anyway.
Have you noticed like most of the...
So coming off of that. So yeah. So he has some interesting partnerships. The team that he's on is called Pandas. That's what it looks like. Okay.
In honor of Plop, I will proceed.
And they all have like the same banners too. So
Have you
that
noticed,
probably
like, most
also
of the...
helps with his channel growth. But back to the topic of, you know, what I wanted to go over.
Okay.
Not that video. Yeah, there's a video he just did. And we can see here, he has 37,000 subscribers. Joined 2011, 4.2 million views. And he did a video. Well, first we can look at his thumbnails too, right? No, first I want to look at the content and the gear. So where is that video? Here we go.
I'm on our ranked match. Oh my god, he played.
So, I mean, right here, right, we can even just, let me put that on repeat real quick. So like right here, like I can really just take a look at his channel real quick. Now let me put this in 1080 720. So first of all, you can tell just by, I'm gonna mute the video. Just by looking at the video, you see here like his background isn't all that done up, right? He doesn't have like a well detailed background. He doesn't have all the RGB lights in the background. He doesn't have all the figurines in the background. Like, he pretty much has a like a really, you know, regular, you know, there's nothing here, nothing there. It's just like, you know, he has a regular background. The camera quality itself isn't that great. However, he has the content, right? So he has the gaming content that he does here. Okay. And when you come out, we can take another look. And he's using a USB microphone. Let's take a look at this microphone that he's using. So right here, you see he's using a HyperX Quadcaster microphone. Looks like he also using the HyperX headphones. Again, coming, you know, zooming out. Take a look at his channel. He has a partnership with HyperX. So that would explain all the HyperX gear that he has. There we go. Perfect example. Okay. Now, this video right here, this is in 1080p. This is his actual like webcam quality that he has. Okay, now this is as far as back as April 23rd, right? So looking at the webcam, yeah, it's not a high quality webcam, probably C920. If I'm guessing C920 at least. Very blurry, no lighting. Still no polished background, no green screen, no RGB lights. You know, gaming hype, you know, typical gamery chair. HyperX Quadcast in the shot. HyperX Cloud looks like the cloud headphones right here that he's wearing. But he doesn't have a lot of fancy schmancy gear surround him. He's just kind of just focusing on the content, and he uses what he has to produce the content that he's doing. So
best indie fighting games coming out right now. So I'm pretty excited because I love fighting games. I play. Yo, what's going on, guys? We are about to check out the top 10 best indie fighting games coming out right now. So I'm pretty excited because I love fighting games. I play a bunch of fighting games. So let's dive into it and see what's good.
Of course, an anime fighter must feature in the
So I'm just letting you guys know, man, like stuff waiting for you right here. So if you guys want to find
Again, right, we're gonna look. We're gonna just take a look. We're just gonna take a look at the background. No lights, no divider to cover all of this up, right? No nano leaves. Okay, no Shure SM7B. Okay, no Shure SM7B on the screen. Pretty much a regular guy who's just doing YouTube videos in his room, right? No expensive mic. And if you hear the content, the audio, he's really just using the audio off the mic. He's not even treating the audio, right? You can hear it.
me, I'm out here raiding low tier style, Kizzy K. But make sure you guys, if you guys want to jump in and try this game out, give it a try, man.
2018, so it's Blazing Strike. And as
Blazing
a fan
Strike.
of the art style, of course I'm intrigued.
Yo, this game looks sick.
I think
Yo,
is Arcus as well.
Okay. I'm coming back to the chat room. Come back to my other screen. So the reason why I pulled his channel up just now was really to show that you don't really need a whole ton of gear. Actually, let me go back to his channel because I want to show you some again.
no. Have you noticed like most of the easy pickup?
So what I also wanted to show is that when it comes to like this whole content thing, there's a lot more that goes into it than just buying, gear, just buying equipment and stuff like that. Because he has like the content here. All right, let's take a look at his videos, okay? So he's getting good views on his videos, and he actually has thumbnails. Now, I'm a little bit cynical when it comes to the whole thumbnail thing because I'm just a little like iffy when it comes to the thumbnail stuff, right? I think thumbnails has more to do with the algorithm itself than it does with actual people at times, in my personal opinion. I believe a lot of the data that comes from thumbnails comes from people interpreting the actual data that's produced by the algorithm itself, not by actual people. And I can kind of, point some of these things out here, right? Because let's take a look at this thumbnail right here. So we got high level Guilty Gear. So we got Kizzy K versus Sonic Fox. So a person, see, I like the thumbnails. I think they look great. Now, a person auditing his channel, looking at these thumbnails, will say, there's too much text. There's too much going on in the thumbnail, right? But to me, I like it. I think it looks good. I mean, high level Guilty Gear. It's a Guilty Gear. I can't see the word Strife, but I know it's a Guilty Gear game. Probably it says right here in the title, Guilty Gear Strive. So it says here in the title, Guilty Gear Strive. So these are Guilty Gear Strive characters here. So a person auditing his channel would see this and say, oh, it's too much text here, right? Now, when people say these things, my interpretation of it is that it's not too much text for the person. I believe it's too much text for the algorithm itself. right? But again, I don't want to go into the weeds with that. I don't feel like talking about that right now. But I just want to say, like, look at his channel, and he has all of these different high quality thumbnails all over his channel to back up for his lack of, you know, excessive, like, expensive gamer gear and shit like that. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna pull up another example before I go. Do I have an example in my history, or do I have an example in my chat? Let's see. Who do I want to pull up? Well, actually, yeah, let me just wrap it up with that then. Unless I could find one more other person. Ruined Leon. There we go. Pull up Ruined Leon. Okay, so we got Ruined Leon on the screen. Another YouTuber who's been like really blowing up on his channel because of a video that he got that went very viral and got a lot of views. Again, right? When it comes to, matter of fact, I can pinpoint the video. It was these two videos right here, I believe. It was these two videos right here. And I think this video wow, this video got 213 views. That's crazy. Yeah. It was a couple of these videos right there. Those, especially this one right here. Okay. We had a couple of videos that gained a lot of traction. So if we zoom out, right? Nice banner, simple, right? That picture is weird, but again, we can come to his channel.
We're going to Disney World, but before we go,
Again, right, so we don't see a whole bunch of gamer-y stuff in the background, like, you know, we don't see, like, this is weird. This is a weird tool. We don't see a whole bunch of, like, nano leaves up here, all the RGB color. I see a stream deck. I don't see a Shure, right? I don't see a $499 mic in the screen, right? I just see him, a content creator, with a mic here. I think that's a USB mic. Stream deck, a background, ring light, probably looking at the eyes. Probably a ring light. Just giving him some light, and it looks like it's a webcam due to the colors. The colors here look like a webcam because it's very soft, so it looks like a webcam to me. And he has a webcam, and he's just doing his content. Okay. Take another look at it at another video here. You know, we got the same thing, right? He's using a webcam. I can tell because it's very grainy, right? Using a webcam. Got the little light, giving him some light, sitting in front of the camera. Got the USB webcam, USB microphone at the bottom. He's just doing his content, right? He doesn't have a whole bunch of gear behind him. He doesn't have a whole ton of accessories and stuff behind him. He doesn't have a whole bunch of, like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a bunch of like mixers and switchers and DACs, and he don't even have headphones because he's really just that's that crazy chick from TikTok. Again, you see here, he's just doing his content, doing his content in front of the camera. Nothing extra out of the ordinary. He's just doing his content. Then when you pull out come and look at the bigger picture. You know, thumbnail. Again, here's the thing with the thumbnail stuff, right? The thumbnail stuff is like, I don't think these thumbnails are that great. Right? I don't think they're that great. But I think they get the job done nonetheless. You know, he got his face in here. He got some like pictures and shit. And I think the titles are great. I don't think some thumbnails are that great. But I don't think the thumbnails matter so much as it matters with the content and the titles and the descriptions. And again, nothing in the description box, right? And this is also like a problem I have when people are like giving out like a whole ton of like YouTube advice and stuff like that, because they'll tell you fill out all of this, gain so much traction, you know, yada yada yada, without even filling out information in the description box. He got nearly 20,000 views on this video. The tags don't work the way people think they do, because the video is already categorized by what's in the thumbnail and what's in the title. The tags just help categorize the video better. But even with that, the video got 20,000 views. It was that bad man. Hey, when this time was going on. So let's look at a video that did really well. Micaiah Bryant. Okay. Again, 100,000 views. Nothing in the description box. A whole bunch of crazy tags that probably helped the video gain traction. But mainly, now let's look at her channel. Right? Her channel is Gothics, right? Let's look at her channel. Now, wow, she look crazy. 2006, 5.9 million views. She's a commentary channel. Now, her thumbnails are much better because the thumbnails tell you what the video is about, and then you have a title. Simple. I mean, she puts herself in the picture, but like, I can tolerate these thumbnails. I can't deal with the whole mouth open YouTuber face shit. It's too much. But it's truly annoying.
The music I listened to, or the clothes that I wore. When I was growing up, I remember constantly hearing how I wasn't black enough. And as a kid, I honestly believed that there was a section. Do issues within black culture truly? But what these individuals
know that you don't want to have black people in these certain discussions.
Yeah, he do actually have that. Does look like a Shira from 7B.
You're not making black people look.
Yeah, he got a Shira from 7B. I can tell by the phone mount. So yeah, so coming back to, I want to see her though. There we go.
Themselves as part.
So again, she has a much nicer setup. She also looks like she has a Shira from 7B. If I can, it looks like it. I can't tell because that's a different phone mount. But anyway. Again, like, she has a nicer setup. She's using a DSLR camera. Nice background, light at the bottom, lighting up the background. That looks like it doesn't look like a brick wall. Looks more like a poster that looks like a brick wall. But, you know, she got the ring light. I can tell you it's the ring light because of the pupils right there. That's a ring light. Ring light lighting up the picture. And then a secondary light in the background, lighting up the background. Excellent use of lighting and color.
Part of a collection.
Actually, she actually matches the lipstick with the lighting, if I'm not mistaken.
So the other day I was minding my own business.
Yeah, she actually does.
The online brawl that I didn't.
Let me see.
What's going on there?
Not too much. Okay.
Oop, okay. The online brawl that I didn't see coming, but I'm glad happened because now I have a.
We're about to see the end of an
white officer, but not the.
Yeah. So again, you know, she has 210,000 subscribers. Again, you know, still great, you know, use of like those look like Sony headphones. If I can't, let me see.
Constant gang violence that plagues.
There we go.
And as I nope.
I can't even tell what those headphones are. Yeah, I can't tell what the headphones are. But yeah, again, like looking at her
I thought it would be a cool idea to read
vertigo chair, different room. Again, just looking at the overall like difference of the setup and the equipment and gear. Still, like just looking at it, not a whole lot. I mean, she probably has a mixer. You know, maybe she has two setups because there's two different setups. But she has a setup where she just records her talking head video sitting right here at her desk. And I guess, you know, the point I'm trying to make is that she has a pretty good channel, and you don't see a whole bunch of like useless gear clogging up her channel. And then she doesn't have a lot of videos too, so she either deleted a lot of videos or she has the videos that's gone. Yeah, she actually looks like she deleted a shit ton of videos. I can tell when she doesn't have that many videos, but because she been on YouTube since 2006, so I'm assuming she's been doing content for at least 6 years. But when I zoom out, what I just wanted to take a look at was pretty much her thumbnails. She has thumbnails, just so there's that. And two, they're simple, like, you know, her picture, and then it tells you what the video is about. Coming in, zooming out, right? So we come back. We come back to Leon again. Okay. We come back to Leon again. This video got 157,000 views. Nothing in the description box. Nothing really in the description box. Tags are kind of interesting, but the focus is on the content. The focus is on the content. The focus is on getting the content out, making the content, producing the content in an efficient way to get it out to as many people as possible. And of course, it doesn't help that the video is only 4 minutes long. So that helps the short form content people who, you know, who has terrible attention spans, right? And I show all of that to say, come back here. I do all of that to say simply, you know, the focus when it comes to what you're doing on YouTube should definitely be with the content, right? And it doesn't even, like, you can always upgrade your equipment, right? You can always get new equipment, right? You can always upgrade your equipment. Matter of fact, the upgrading is part of the process. It's not, I'm not saying that you don't have to, nor am I saying that you should forego and ignore upgrading altogether, right? And I'm going to show you Iori. Like a perfect example right here, right? So we're going to go to Kwame Brown, right? So we're going to look at Kwame Brown, and okay, so we're gonna look at Kwame Brown, and Kwame Brown was a former first round draft pick, and he's been making waves across social media and the internet based on his live streams that are highly entertaining, going back and forth with social media personalities, entertainment, sports media personalities, and YouTube personalities, right? Now, zooming out, you'll see that he gained, like, his channel had 40,000. Now it's up to 333,000 subscribers. And he had 204,000 people watch this video. So you go to his about section, he has 12 million views. Come to the home, last 30 days, right? He's hit 1 million, another million, Another million. So he's gained millions of views in the past week, right? Now, a lot of people will see all of this, and he does the car videos. He's in the car video, right? He does the car videos too. So, Brother Love Show, what's going on? So, a lot of people will see all of this, and then they will say, okay, you don't got to upgrade your equipment ever because Kwame Brown is doing videos and live streams in his car. Kwame Brown is dressed in a suit, doing videos in his car, getting hundreds of thousands of views and countless upon countless dollars in super chats. You don't need to do it. And the reason why I say that's incorrect and that's wrong is simply you got to look out. You got to pull out. I got to stop saying pull out. You got to look at the bigger picture. Right? This is a athlete celebrity, right? He was a first round draft pick for a major basketball team. He played with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. He is a celebrity, whether it is A, B, C, D, his name. More people know who he is than know who or anyone else you're going to compare him to, right? So he can definitely get away with doing videos in a car and getting tons of views and not having a Shure SM7B and not having nano leaves and not using a Sony a6400, right? He can do all of these things, right? Because he's Kwame Brown, right? He doesn't need any of that stuff because he has a name that when he starts speaking now, people are going to come and tune in and listen to him, as you can see by the chat room. Okay, so you can't really compare him to people on YouTube. So my point I wanted to make about this is that, yes, you see all the numbers. However, you got to pull back and look at the bigger picture. Now, coming back to the whole upgrade thing, right? One of my biggest points that I want to tune in. What is this? Let's see who we got down here. I want to see if I can pull up random people now. I'll come back here for a minute. The point that I'm trying to make is that yes, you do have to upgrade as part of the process of becoming a better content creator, but the focus should never just simply be on the gear that you're buying, because the focus should always be on the content that you're making. And the reason why I say that is I'm going to show you someone else. Okay.
Hey guys.
So we're gonna pull up MKBHD. Shout out to my Papa's Cooking, right? So we're gonna show MKBHD. This is a video from 2009, and this is him unboxing. I think he was 13 at the time, and this is him unboxing a NZXT Cryo LX. I have no idea what the hell this is. What is this? That's okay. I don't know what that is. Anyway.
Yes, as you may know, I purchased a new laptop cooler for my new laptop. I'll just show you. I ordered it from newegg.com. Probably won't. Yeah, you won't see it, but all aluminum.
It's 2009.
The receipt's just about packaged. All right. This is the front of the box. It has a handle. How convenient is that? I'm telling you, it's freezing.
Okay.
Black? Oh my god, it's cool.
So, obviously, camera's bad, sound's bad, lighting's bad. You know the deal, right? So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Let's see. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Marcus Brownlee here from MKBHD, and I got another update video. This is update 2.3. If I stop hitting my microphone here, this is update 2.3. and I got some information for you guys, as there's going to be a short pause in my videos that are coming out this coming week. First part is that you may have noticed I'm not actually using an HD camera. I did a tutorial on how to produce any video that you take in HD, and I'm actually using this camera right here on its mini tripod to do my tutorials for the moment.
I've used that camera before, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back, all right, and you're gonna see how the focus is content, not just buying gear and not making the content with it, right? We're gonna fast forward a little bit and keep going. This is when he's at the room. Okay, there we go. So now we got the intro. Okay.
Hey guys, MKBHD here, back with just a quick update video letting you guys know a couple things and requesting a commenter of some sort. This is an update video to let you guys know I'll actually be doing a series of YouTube video tips. I've been getting a lot of questions recently since I got the T2i and since I had the T2i too. It was an excellent camera. I had the T2i too, and it was an excellent camera. Been editing with Camtasia Studio 7 about the types of videos that I do, and
notice the change in the quality. He got the T2i because that's a 720p.
Questions about how to produce some
okay
things like.
So again, like, the focus is content, not just gear for content. This is a massive upgrade here.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Marquez.
This looks like it's an upgrade with lighting. So now we're in 2011. Still, the focus is still content, right? You gradually increase the equipment as you progress in creating content, and the gear is supposed to facilitate the creation of the content, not be the only sole reason why you make the content. So let's take a look.
From the MKBHD channel. Happy Friday and welcome to Forum Friday. Or is it just a phone? My answer right now is the Motorola Droid. Hey, don't judge. I have a good reason for it. I'm waiting for this guy. Right there. Yeah. The most popular answer below will be revealed in next month's Forum Friday.
Okay. We're gonna come back. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna do a huge skip now. Okay. Okay, check this out now. So here we go.
Alright, so Google has had a habit of every year picking a top-of-the-line manufacturer in the smartphone industry.
Okay, again, we see a more, now we're in 1080p. More change in the quality of the content.
And it also packs 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 4. Is a Samsung thing. But LG
still
Optimus thumbs up on this video if you're
still making the content, right? So we're still stuck in 1080p. I don't think he'll ever get to, I don't think he gets to 4K until probably like 2012 or something like that. Right? Let's look at these million view videos he got. 2013, here we go.
As brilliant camera smartphone performers, and this new iPhone is no exception, and it's actually an improvement over last year's iPhone 5. It still has an 8 megapixel sensor, same as the last iPhone, but this new sensor is a little bit bigger, so it's going to give you bigger pixels, which is going to give you better dynamic range and better low light performance. And it's also rocking an F.
Okay, so you see that, so let's just fast forward to today now. Okay, let's just, so this is the journey, so let's come back. Let's do newest now. So let's come back to today.
Computer design.
Okay. So now this is in 4K.
What it's supposed to be. And actually, even in the way Apple presents it, it's also clearly.
And this is where he's at now, right? So I showed all of those videos.
Also probably could have fit the.
I showed all those videos to make a point. I showed all those videos to make a point that when it comes to progressing and making the content, whatever content that, you know, we're making, the focus should always be on the actual content that you're doing, and not the focus should be on the gear that you're buying to make the content, right? You got to make the content with what you have. And a lot of people get very far with cell phones. almost everybody starts off almost everyone starts off with their smartphones. And I mean, there's videos for years about different types of content creators telling you that you can shoot videos on your smartphones, right? Like his progress, yeah. Right, you can simply just Google. Everyone come here.
Got a pretty quick video for you.
Can you shoot YouTube videos on a smartphone?
Box and a grid on the app that we're going to be using is the.
Now I'm gonna kill this music and I'm gonna show you something. So the reason why I say you can do your YouTube channel with a smartphone and you don't need a high expensive camera until you are ready to work with that expensive camera is because your smartphone is so powerful. Matter of fact, your smartphone can shoot 4K 60 before you can buy a camera that can shoot 4K 60. And that's the crazy part about it that people don't even understand. A lot of these cameras can shoot 4K 60 frames per second directly from the phone, where a lot of cameras can't even do that. You have to spend a shit ton of money just to get 4K 60 frames per second on a actual video camera. Okay? Now let him show you without me saying anything what you can do with this iPhone. Hook it up to a tripod with a cell phone mount with the proper lighting. He's going to show you.
Moment app, and you could use Filmic Pro as well, but I just really like this one. This one's free, and yeah, you can set your ISO manually. You can
manual ISO.
Set your shutter speed manually. So
manual shutter speed.
It's a pretty cool app, and it's free. So yeah. All right, so here we are on the iPhone 6s Plus, and honestly, this took me a really long time just to get this shot. It's really hard trying to film on an iPhone because when you're sitting in front of the camera, you don't really know how the shot looks. So this is probably like my 20th
yes, that's correct.
Trying to get this shot, and
that was the first kind of censorship by Google limiting cell phone users to have 1,000 yeah, that cell phone users to have 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, you can't even live stream from your phone unless you have 1,000 subscribers. Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm filming on the iPhone with my Comica VM10 connected.
A way to censor smaller creators.
Right to my iPhone, so all the audio that you're hearing is like being fed directly into the iPhone 6s. And yeah, I mean, this is the kind of shot that you can get with an iPhone. Obviously, it doesn't look exactly like my GH3 with a 12mm f1.4. It's a really deep depth of field, and it's really not going to give you the exact same look. It'll probably look a little bit more like digital video type of a look. But honestly, I feel like this could work. And you know, going back to the whole, you don't need an expensive camera, you can film stuff with your iPhone. I definitely believe that to be true. And
yeah, you can. He's not showing a good example. So, but since this is a very simple topic that you can just YouTube, we're going to find how my YouTube setup, how I make my YouTube videos with an iPhone.
Hello everyone, it's SpawnPoint and welcome back to another.
Now look at this. Now he's using his iPhone and shot this in 4K. This is 4K right here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys this
video. So I've been uploading to this channel for just over a year now, creating videos on my channel.
Been uploading for a year. What? He has 116,000 subs. 2 years. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Why do you have 100,000 subs? Tesla channel? Yeah. Tesla channel. Okay, Tesla channel. Okay, got it.
Issue with the ultra wide lens though is it's very noisy, especially in low.
He has a, so let's pull back, right? He has a whole channel that he's been running since 2018 off of a iPhone. Okay, so again, for the people who think that you can't make a YouTube channel with an iPhone, like you can. His channel has 116,000 subscribers and he uses a cell phone. It's not about the gear, it's how you use it. The gear doesn't make the content creator. The content creator makes the gear. The gear is just an extension of what your creativity is and what your production is and what your ability is to create content. The gear is just an extension of that. The gear is not your content. You have to make the content. So let him play. Let's see how he
I'm not
uses
usually
it.
happy with the results, but most of the time the iPhone looks incredible, especially in decent light. Now I always shoot in 4K 30 and I use the most compatible option in the settings. Now I did used to shoot in the high efficiency option instead, but it always resulted in random glitches in the footage when I was editing, so that was really frustrating. So I then swapped over to most compatible and that definitely fixed it. But it does mean that the file sizes are a little bit larger, but that's obviously a compromise that I'm willing to make. So I went for the 256GB option. Now it's rare that I fill this before transferring or deleting the videos off the phone, and when I'm not using...
What do I think about the Mevo Start Cam for live streaming? I don't believe in $300 webcams. Whatever this is. Mevo Start, the all-in-one wireless live streaming camera and webcam. Okay, it's integrated live streaming software. Okay. For Twitch, Facebook. Okay. Live edit with gesture controls. All right. Okay. Interesting device. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I get it. So it's connected to the phone. Huh. What are you using it for? That's my question for you. What is going to be, what's Brother Love Show? What is the use case for you? Like, right, $3.99. Yeah, I need to know what the use case is for you. Like, what are you using it for? I can better understand if you tell me what you are using it for. What are you going to be doing with the webcam? What type of live streams are you going to be doing, right? Because if we look at the Mevo, okay, we got the app integration. It has a built-in battery, so that means on the road, away from outlets, away, not needing. It looks like it can connect wirelessly, so not needing USB, not needing to be hooked up to a laptop or desktop computer. Can live stream presentations, graduations, conference calls, funerals, housewarming, birthday parties because of the pandemic. If you are all about if you're all about the what is the thing called, social distancing. Want to just have clear video in my streaming? Yeah, you're wasting your money. Yeah, don't buy that. That's a waste of money. You're paying $3.99 for something that's more than what you're going to be doing for using for it, right? So if someone's podcast, yeah, so you don't need that for podcasting. That's just a waste of money for you. Honestly, right? It's a waste of money. Because if you want to spend that much for a camera, right, you can get and you want slightly better than a webcam, you get the let me show you. You get the GoPro Hero 7. If you want to do that for podcasting, you get the GoPro Hero 7. If you were going to spend $3.99, just get the GoPro Hero 7. And all you got to do is get the mini HDMI and the $20 capture card. You get the $20 capture card. Let me see. Get the Go, because I got the GoPro Hero 7. You get the $20 capture card, and there you go. You get the micro USB cord, plug that into your computer. There you go. There goes your podcasting setup. See, the problem I have with that Mevo thing that you showed me, I was leaning towards the GoPro. Yeah, I would tell you to get the GoPro Hero 7 Black. I would say get the GoPro Hero 7 in black because I use it. It's excellent for live streaming and podcasting. Great color. All you gotta do is make sure you have your lighting set up and you're good to go. And make sure you you plug it in to the computer to keep it powered on because the battery can't withstand the charge for over live streaming. But if you're not on the go, if you're not trying to be mobile and you're not moving around with that camera to compensate the fact that you're spending $399 or on a glorified portable webcam and you're not going anywhere with it, because if you're going somewhere and you say, okay, I do a lot of video conferencing type stuff and like I go to places and they want to live stream and I want to be as light as possible. So yeah, you use that camera with 6-hour battery life, you pluck it on a tripod, you run a live stream through whatever feed, whatever Zoom call or whatever it is that people are doing, and then you just live stream that from that camera and you're good to go. But if that's not what you're doing, yeah, you're wasting your money on that camera. And if you really want to spend that money, now if you really want to spend that money and you want to spend like around that $300 point, then I wouldn't automatically tell you to look at a webcam, because if you're looking at something that's $399, then obviously to me, you're looking at something. I need mobility as well. So then we come back again to what is it that you're doing? Right, so then, you know, we come back to it again. What is it actually that you're going to be doing? Like, what is the use case for the gear that you're buying? Like, I'll always like to try to ask people when they want to buy things, what is your use case? Because if you want mobility, what are you going to be doing while mobile? What are you going to be doing with the camera that's going to what's the word I'm looking for? That's going to make use of the portability of the camera itself. Because do you need to be mobile and portable with the podcasting? Do you need to be mobile and portable with the live streaming as well? Because if that's the case, right? Because use case matters. Outside interviews. Okay. So you want to do outside interviews. Let's see.
To jack input on the rear switch with power over Ethernet PoE, then you can run just one cable to the start for both data and power. Ideal if you want to position the unit somewhere out of reach. But I'm actually going to stick to the Ethernet, the screen of my phone, and I can drop down there. And now the output has gone to that zoomed in section. Now it is a 1080p sensor and you're putting out at 1080p, so when you zoom in, like the other thing that you can do with it is you can adjust obviously all the settings. So
then here's the thing, right? Just like some Q&A with people on the street. So my second question is this. So you're going to be asking people on the street, do you plan on being in the shot? Right? And here's what I tell people, right? Because what I tell people is, do you want, like, how do you want to shoot your content? Because if you want to be super mobile, okay, if you want to be super mobile, then we're going to come here. Okay. And then we're going to look at the Digi Osmo Pocket 4K camera. Now, the Digi Osmo Pocket 4K camera is actually a really great camera because one, is very pocketable. Two, the 4K video is exceptional. The microphone is not that great. However, it makes up for with the stabilization because it has a built-in gimbal. For the sake of, okay.
SLR cameras. And this is the GoPro 3-axis gimbal. You put a GoPro in there and it's this size. Now for scale, content. And in understanding what this thing does, a miniature stabilized pocket camera, it made me think of
This is the Digi Osmo that I just put in the chat.
another company that does a really good job creating tools for amateur creators like me that also just launched a pocket-sized camera that specializes in amazing stabilization, and that's the new GoPro 7. So today's Tech Review Tuesday is going to pit the DJI Osmo. Which one looks better? Okay. I'm going to do it right here.
Now take a look at the image stabilization on this. And that's 4K 30. This is by the Hudson. When was this? Okay, yeah, this is by the Hudson. Now he downscaled this 4K to 1080p. I mean, clearly you can tell that the Digi Osmos, it's a good, so yeah, you can literally put that into your pocket. You can literally fold it up and put that into your front pocket, right? And if you want to do, Q&A on the street, you can just point the camera at the people, and it's so small and inconspicuous, like it's not a big ass gaudy camera in their face, and it has excellent image stabilization. Now, take a look. This is the GoPro Hero 7 Black that I have. Yeah, Digi Osmo is way better, right? Now this is the vlogging test. This kind of sounds like what you want to do. Check. Now here's the vlogging test.
Alright, this is the Osmo Pocket.
Now yes, the built-in microphone is not good. I can definitely tell you that the built-in microphone is not good.
I'm using it like I'd use a vlogging camera, holding it in my right hand, just holding it out like any of us idiot YouTubers do, talking into it. See what the sound sounds like, and I don't know, I can't see how wide it is. Is my whole head in this shot? Is this a viable vlogging camera? No idea. The sun's pretty though, isn't it? Alright, same shot in the GoPro, holding it out, using it like a vlog camera. This is the native audio.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
No microphone or anything. I know this thing works as a vlogging camera because I've used it before. Using it like I'd use a vlogging camera. Alright, same shot in the GoPro, holding it out, using it like a vlog
GoPro
camera.
audio is way better.
Like any of us idiot YouTubers do, talking in. It's cold outside!
Okay, so here's what we do, right? So then we find Mr. Mobile. So we find another video, and then we try to see that audio.
Hey guys, I'm on the Tech Jack, but I'm shooting this on the new DJI Osmo Pocket.
So now you hear the audio sounds better now. You see why you have to see multiple people's videos? Because the audio sounds better now. I've watched a bunch of videos on this Digi Osmo. The audio's good, right? It was just because Casey Neistat it was windy, and he was on like the little skateboard thing. So yeah, the audio's not going to sound good when you're in that condition. But in normal regular conditions, I've heard the Digi Osmo, and it sounds really good. The audio on the audio it reproduces is great. It's not exceptional. It's not going to beat a standalone mic, but it's good enough to use and edit and upload. And of course, and if you got audio issue, you can always EQ the audio in post.
Super tiny little compact video camera with 3-axis gimbal stabilization.
Okay, but unless you have studio or outdoor lighting, it can still be quite noisy, just like the GoPro. Another issue I've run into is the autofocus, which, as you can see here,
Get an idea of the quality. And finally, we have 4K 60. I'm sure the first thing you'll notice is how much smoother.
So yeah, so the Digi Osmo, the audio is very tinny, but again, that's fixed in EQ. You can fix that in EQ very easily.
Everything looks, that's obviously the higher frame rate.
So the thing is that you want to take away is that is the audio usable? And yes, the audio is definitely usable.
But in terms of quality, well, same as 4K, I guess, same resolution. For me, most of the time though, I'm just going to leave it in 4K 30, so you don't get that super smooth soap opera-like effect. But if you're going to be wanting to slow it down afterwards in the edit, you can obviously shoot at 4K 60, then put it in Final Cut or Premiere Pro, halve the speed, and then you get a bit.
This extra little connector hidden.
Yeah, that's the thing you want to take away from when you're trying to figure out with these kind of cameras, is that yes, the audio sounds very tinny because it doesn't have like it's not very rich, but you can add that in post. What you need to make sure is that the audio is usable. So if the audio is not usable at all, then yeah, you don't get the camera, because if the audio is not usable, then there's no type of editing that you can do that you can fix that audio, because it's going to be bad. And when it comes to the GoPro Hero 7 and it comes to Digi Osmo, the audio is not bad. The audio is usable. You just have to, you're going to have to tweak it in post.
Your phone.
But the thing about this is that it also connects to the phone as well. So check this out.
Set up this, and it does feel a little bit precarious just poking out of the USB-C port there. And so using your phone with the Osmo means you can get a much bigger viewfinder, and you can see I'm adjusting the angle and the orientation of the camera. And I can access all the camera settings that I would otherwise do on the actual camera through the app, which is obviously a lot easier given the much bigger screen. And then once you're done with that, just slide this back out, make sure you don't lose this adapter, which I think is going to be very easy to lose, and then put this little bit of plastic back in like so. There's only 2 physical buttons. We have the power button. It takes about 3 or 4 seconds to boot up, not too long at all. And then of course the record and resolution options. So 1080p at a 30 or 60, or 4K at 30 or 60.
Now look at that. 4K 30, 4K 60, 1080p 30, 1080p 60.
Which just video quality and also stabilization. And so actually on the left we have the Osmo Pocket, on the right the Mate 20
And he's comparing this to a cell phone.
Pro. So what do you think? Is there a big difference?
Obviously, the dedicated cameras always going to beat a cell phone most of the time. So obviously, the Digi Osmo Pocket does a better job than the actual cell phone. Oh, I appreciate the Cash App, brother love. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So obviously you can see the Digi Osmo Pocket is gonna beat a cell phone, right? You see the color reproduction. The water's actually blue. It's not the water. The water is actually blue. Still a little blown out on the highlights here, but look at the colors here, right? This is more orange. Look how orange all of this is, right? This is all nothing but orange, right? Can't handle the color, so it just colored everything orange. This reproduces the colors much better. So if I'm looking at these 2 images, these 2 video clips, I can believe that this video is more realistic than this video, because the Mate 20 took everything, like right here. Mate 20 took everything from the sun, from the color from the sun, and just bathed it in an orange glow right here, right? That's why even the water is orange. Everything's orange and brown. And then you come here to the Digi Osmo, everything's blue. Like the colors are more natural. Okay, you can actually see the sky. So again, that's when you're comparing cell phones to actual cameras. You're gonna see with the cell phones with the smaller sensors or not having a that's not being a dedicated camera comes into play. And you're gonna see this here. Now, for a beginner person or a person who's just trying to do content with a phone, both of these video samples are usable. But if you're comparing the two to see which one is better or to just validate whether or not the Digi Osmo is a legit camera competitor to the GoPro, yeah. Digi Osmo is a definite competitor.
Let me know in the comments.
All right, so next up, let's test the difference. Should show you where the audio is coming from. And
Now, this is the GoPro Hero Black. Now, what you see here is it's called a crop factor. So the Digi Osmo, they're both in 4K 30. Digi Osmo looks like it has a huge crop factor. The GoPro does not have a huge crop factor like this. But we're gonna play the video, and again, I like. So what you can do is now is you can see that he has more depth of focus here. And he has some bokeh in the background with the video. Now the GoPro 7 has him more in focus, but what you want to pay attention to is that the GoPro is not blurring the background and it's actually reproducing the blues better than the Digi Osmo on the right. You see? Now, if you were to zoom into the skin texture, right, you can see that they both kind of do the same job, but now you see that the Digi Osmo is doing what the Huawei Mate 20 was doing, and it was kind of coloring everything kind of this orange glow because of the sun. So you can kind of see the orange glow on the black jacket. You kind of see it in the gray right here. You kind of even see it in the shade. And then you come over here to the GoPro, you see the same thing. Like this is more of a natural tone of what's being represented. But let's come back. Let's play the video.
you tell me which sounds best in the comments below. But obviously one of the big selling points it's the Hero 7 Black and the Osmo Pocket, and I'm sure the first thing you'll notice is how much more you get in the frame on the Hero. Obviously you do get that wider field of view, but you also get that fisheye look with the GoPro, which kind of inherently makes your video look a bit amateurish, I suppose, compared to the Osmo Pocket, which while has a narrower field of view.
Ooh, Osmo sounds a little bit better. So this is the audio sample right here now. So peep this. Osmo sounds better.
Pocket, and I'm sure the first thing you'll notice
So that's
is
the
how much more you get in the frame.
Yeah, the Osmo sounds a little bit better. GoPro looks better on this one. Yeah, the GoPro looks better too, right? It's a wider angle fisheye on it. On 4K 30, it does fisheye, right? GoPro looks better. It does, but the Digi Osmo sounds better, in my opinion.
On the Hero. Obviously you do get that wider field of view, but you also get that fisheye look with the GoPro, which kind of inherently makes your video look a bit amateurish, I suppose, compared to the Osmo Pocket, which while
Yeah, the Osmo audio is way better though. The color, see, that's why, you know, it's the colors. It's not handling the colors very well for whatever reason. The GoPro is crushing it with the colors, but the Osmo has more focused audio. The audio sounds more on target, on focus with the subject than the GoPro Hero 7.
has a narrower field of view. It's probably better if you are going to be using this for more higher quality video production. They both have internal mics, so I'm going to switch between the two devices. You'll see a little speaker icon pop up, which should show you where the audio is coming from, and you tell me which sounds best in the comments below. But obviously one of the big selling points of these cameras is the stabilization. The Hero 7 Black has the new Hyper Smooth tech, whereas the DJI Osmo just uses, well, 3-axis gimbal stabilization. But you tell me, as I'm walking along the south.
Yeah, the audio on the Digi Osmo in like normal conditions sounds better. It sounds better. And the GoPro is reproducing the colors better because it's at 4K 30. It's at 4K 30, and it has that super wide angle lens, so it's capturing more information. The Digi Osmo has a smaller sensor, and it's not wide angle like that, so it's capturing all of the image. It's capturing the color information that's right there in front of it, which is the guy's face, which is why it's creating like this orange kind of glow type situation. Again, you know, the GoPro does look better in this situation, but that's something that you can correct in post.
Bank here, which one is smoother? The lighting is also quite tricky because I get some very bright sunlight on my face, but also some dark shadows. So the dynamic range, the contrast will be quite interesting to see as well.
See, now as you can see here, the Digi Osmo is just really blowing all of this out, but it's because he's focused in the front of it, so you're getting a lot of depth of field here, right? So you see all of this is like really blown. Let me see. So all of this here is blown out. This is not blown out, right? And the reason why this is blown out is because the sensor again is obviously the GoPro has a better sensor. However, the Digi Osmo is more zoomed in, whereas over here it's not. You see?
In terms of actually using them, it is quite handy having that little 1-inch front screen on the Osmo Pocket so I can see what's in the frame, although that does bring me on to the fact that since they both shoot 16:9 and yet the 1-inch screen on the Osmo Pocket is a square, you're not actually getting the full video preview that you would on the back of the GoPro. So the GoPro does have a bigger and better screen, but the fact that you get this front-facing screen on the Osmo...
Okay. So now we get to see it without the crazy light. And again, we see that the Osmo is like really blowing all of this out, right? All of this is completely blown out. And you know, the GoPro's doing the same thing now, right? So it's blowing everything out. They're both kind of just blowing the entire background out, right? But again, if we look at it now, the GoPro's still beating it with the color reproduction. I'll give it that. It's still beating with the color production, but I like the audio a little bit better on the Digi Osmo Pocket.
Actually is quite useful, especially if you're doing vlogs like this.
Another question I had was how the video shot on the Osmo Pocket
again, this is the comparison to the cell phone.
3 or 4 seconds.
So yeah, so I would say that you're doing a good job with either camera, to be honest with you. And you wouldn't be doing yourself a disservice with either one. But again, if you want to do podcasting, you got to get other equipment with that. So you're looking at maybe the good thing about the Digi Osmo is that it already has a gimbal stabilizer. You don't got to get too much, right? You just got to record and then edit. When it comes to the GoPro, you need the gimbal. You need a gimbal. Yeah, you pretty much need a gimbal with that, and that's going to cost a lot more money. So with that price range, I would say the Digi Osmo with the pros and the cons is as close to you're going to get to that camera that you were showing me earlier. What was it called? The Mevo Smart Cam, because it already has a built-in stabilizer, so you don't need to get a gimbal stabilizer because it already has that built in, and the audio is usable. And the color reproduction is good enough that anything that you record and take off of this camera, you can just edit that in post. You can edit all of this stuff in post, and you'll be good to go.
What's going on, fellas? It's your boy Potato Jet, and other hand, is like, you can barely tell I'm filming anything at all.
Yeah. Just say that it's your inhaler.
Yeah, it's the inhaler, just, or vape pen. Jonathan, why are you going through all that work when you could just...
That's the Canon CX-CM100, whatever that is. That's a huge OD cinema camera.
use this camera. Let's see who can shoot it better. Jonathan's silly little rig or the Osmo Pocket?
That's a cinema camera.
All right, so I have the GoPro on the right and the Osmo on the left. Let's see how they both do next to each other in a low light. The sky's still a little bit blue, so we're getting a little bit of hope.
Man, the Osmo is DJI. Then appreciate you. Yeah, check it out with the link. That's my Amazon link. So check it out if that's my Amazon link that I dropped in the description box. So check it out through that link. The Osmo is fucking crushing the GoPro right now. In the low light, the Canon, that's a cinema camera though, so that's not surprising. The Osmo's fucking crushing the GoPro in low light. That's the one reason why I got the A6400, because I shoot my streams in low light and the GoPro just can't hang in low light.
Light from that,
But
they seem to be doing pretty similar. The
Nah,
Osmo
that's not similar. The Osmo is smoking the GoPro right now in low light. It's crushing it in low light. Look at this shit.
is going to have the slight advantage in terms of stabilization because it's on a gimbal opposed to digital stabilization, so you don't get as much of that jiggle. With a little bit of shakiness and vibration, the GoPro has
But the GoPro beats it with the colors though. That's the thing.
to do a digital stabilization. So if I do some vibrations on here, you can see that it kind of looks blurry. It gives it this weird digital stabilization effect. But on the Osmo, the camera itself is stabilized, so I can kind of shake it around and the camera itself is stable, so it doesn't have to do any sort of digital stabilization. So the Osmo probably has a little bit of an advantage there.
I'm just like, the Osmo is crushing it. I don't care about the iPhone.
Who is this for? I think the biggest selling point of this is the size, that you can throw it in your pocket or purse or bag and it barely takes up any space, and
Correct.
it's stabilized with a gimbal, which is pretty impressive. Now the quality is good.
Yeah, and it's $239. It's a sell. Let me see how much this is. It's a sell. It was actually a lot more earlier in the month. So it's $239 now. Or it's $358.06 with the charging case. Yeah, I mean the Osmo's a go in my opinion. The Osmo's a go. I would get the Osmo. You're saving money too. If you're gonna buy that for $399, save yourself the dollars and get the Osmo. And matter of fact, and you would still be saving yourself money if you got the charging case. So you're still saving money. See, that Mevo cam is for people doing a very specific thing. And if you're not doing that specific thing for that camera, you're wasting your money. This is why I try to tell people, like, make sure you understand your use case, or better way to say it, your why. Like, why are you really buying this piece of gear? Like, what is your actual purpose in using the gear that you're buying? If you're buying a webcam that's portable, has a 6 milliamp hour, has a 6-hour lifespan on the battery, are you going to be doing things that's going to be fully utilizing that 6 hours of the battery life that camera has? If the answer is no, then look for another option where you are going to fully utilize it and you're going to save your money. Right, need the charging case. Yeah, the charging case, it's $358, so it's $358.06 with the charging case, and I guess the charging case looks portable too. So take a look. The charging case is portable too. The charging case is about the same height as the fucking camera. So you just put the charging case in your pocket, man. Like, you just put that in your pocket. I told another guy who's going to like Don, to get this camera too. Like, this is small, man. And if you want to do, and again, like, if you want to do videos on the street. Like, this is such a small camera, like you can do the video and have a normal conversation with the person, and you don't have a big ass camera in each other's face to make each other feel uncomfortable or awkward. And all you got to do is just point the camera up in the direction that, like you can make it just get versatile, do it how you want to do it. But the case is very small too, so the case can fit in your side pocket, front pocket, whatever. So it's hella fucking portable.
Good out of this thing, but I wouldn't consider it to be like professional looking. It's not gonna replace like putting a mirrorless or a DSLR on a gimbal. That's still gonna give you a better
That's correct.
image. But this is in the pocket size category. So when it comes to pocket size, these are probably the most popular items right now. And this definitely competes with these other three, but I still don't think it destroys all these other cameras. They all have their strengths. Which one of these four would you choose? Well, a lot of that depends on who you are, what your needs are. Me personally, I would probably go for the G7X first, simply because it matches well with these cameras. The colors are really nice. It has a 1-inch sensor, it has a flip out screen, so it's wide enough to film yourself. The sound quality is pretty decent out of this. The optical zoom I think is very cool, especially if you're traveling and you see like a monkey flying across a tree or something. You're like, ooh, I want to film that. You could and pleasant and organic. The Osmo Pocket looks great, but it does look like a little bit of digital sharpening. It kind of reminds me of like the original DJI Mavic. So if I'm traveling, I could only bring one of these. I'd probably throw this in my pocket. And then if I had space to bring a second camera, I would probably go for the Insta360 One X, just because you can get some very unique shots out of it. And I'll be using this to get my main shots, this to get kind of my specialty shots. I would probably bring the GoPro as a third in case I wanted to do some mounting. I really like how simple this thing is. I just press it and the stabilization's good. And the main thing I really like about the GoPro is that it has that super wide angle view, so I can just hold it out and I know that not only am I just showing my face but my whole body, and if I have a few friends with me, I get them all in the shot. So even though that the Pocket is an awesome camera, it would be like the last kid I would pick to be on my team, and he'll be all sad like I've been picked last. And it's an awesome camera, but the reason why I'd pick it last is because it's just not super versatile. It does one thing well, which is a good medium shot on a gimbal, which is smooth. Now, one thing I did notice is that even though it's on a gimbal, it's not super smooth simply because it's so small. I mean, the stabilization.
Yes, the problem is it's not super wide. That's the thing, right? It's not super wide.
On the camera does an excellent job, but I always talk about how heavier the camera is, the more stable your footage is going to be. That's true even in this gimbal. You don't really feel it when you're filming with your hands, but when you see the footage, you always see a little bit of this like floatiness. And the heavier the gimbal, the smooth.
Back to this video.
Well, I've counted. There are 7 things that are annoying about the session, maybe. So maybe DJI engineer can listen to a small YouTuber, the motion time lapse. But where is 4K? Pikachu? You guys can make 64.
He crushed you. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to reviews that are for and against the product to see the pros and cons, right? You can't watch everything and see all. Like, there's cons with the A6400 camera that I got, right? There's a lot of cons to the camera. There's a lot of pros. There's not that many cons, but there are cons nonetheless. But you also got to figure out your use case. You got to figure out your use case and your budget, right? So again, like, if you're willing to spend the $500-600, then yeah, you get the GoPro and you get the gimbal with the stabilizer, and you'll probably get better results than with the Digi Osmo. However, if that's not what you were looking to do, then the Digi Osmo, a camera like the Digi Osmo, you know, checks off more boxes without spending more money. That's like when it comes to your audio, when it comes to streaming and podcasting, you look and see, okay, I need a camera and I need a microphone, but I don't want to spend $300 on a microphone on and not leave enough for my camera. So what you do is you get the USB microphone and use the rest of your budget for your camera. Then when you're done with the microphone, you already got the good camera, so now you just upgrade the microphone. Can't beat the no, and that's the thing too. You gotta look at portability, because portability matters with depending on your use case. So if you're on the street walking around, you want to do the Q&A thing, however it is that you want to do it, you gotta let me see your channel. $1 million.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay, and give us some more. Go a little deeper in there. What else? What else? Be rid of yourself, and what else?
Well,
but no, not like that. But I feel what you're saying. Like you don't like money. Don't.
I'm more about, you know, you might, you know, that's
You know what you need?
They asked 10,000.
You need some lights. You need some better lights.
What's this, Mick? 10,000 couples took this survey, and they said, now, like I said, this might not do. You won't give me sex. You won't give me sex.
Yeah, you're just gonna start. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, because you know why? I'm gonna keep that. I think I'm done looking at the Digi Osmo. I want to show you something. Keep it techie. What's going on? Let me show you something. That's with the green screen. Let me show you something. Right? So, okay. So here's the thing with why I said you need lights, right? Matter of fact, no, that's not a fair comparison. Let me come back. Let me show you here we go. I don't know how we got to this point, but then I asked him, like, so it came to the point where we found out, oh, you price match. I think okay. So here we go. So the reason why I said you need lights is because this is with the GoPro. Now the GoPro can definitely shoot in the dark depending on the lights that you have, but you need lights to do it. And this is with my Brio, I think.
Then why do you still have
Okay, this is with the Brio, it looks like. Now again, this is with the Brio. Now I'm using some lights to light this scene up. So what you can see is an SD card slot. You still have DeX capability. Man, that Audio Technica AT2020, man. That fucking man, that fucking camera, that fucking mic, man, that mic is a beast, yo. That mic swings way above his price range, man. When you set that up right, man, that mic swings way above his price range, yo. Let me see. If you look in my description box that I have from my Amazon, lights definitely help. These lights right here are $38. These lights right, no, 38. They're $38. These lights are $38 and they are fucking amazing, and they're USB. Oh, okay, they went up now, but they're $44.99 and you get them 10% off. And it's a pack of 2 lights you get for $45, and they plug in USB, and one of them can be plugged into a battery pack. And these lights changed the game for me, right? So I'm gonna show you when I got them. A lot of times. Okay, let me see. It was before I got the A6400, so I want to do a video. Where's see the video at? That's the A6400. So this right here is with the GoPro. This is with the GoPro. People up here already tech for your needs and Real Deal Financial. So I'm looking at. Okay, so here we go. So it's still not great, but it's much better, right? Let me show you where you can see it. So if you can see right here, that's the light showing in my eye. Okay, so that's the light. So what these lights do is they nice getting them too. Yeah, like those lights, I tell people all the time, right? I tell people all the time, get these lights. Like, just get them. Like, they're super, super cheap. And I don't count people's pockets over here, but they're $45 and they're super cheap. And they're way better than the Elgato $200 fucking lights. And they're way more efficient than the $250 lights from GVM if you're not on that level yet. And the reason why I tell people this is that because they're $40 and they plug directly into a computer or a USB outlet. Even if the computer's not on, they plug right into the computer and you turn them on and you're good to go. You put them on a little stand, you put the gel screen in, and you're done. Yeah, the picture's clear. This is with the GoPro, right? Now it's still a little blurry, but it's usable footage, right? It doesn't look horrible. Got two people up here already. So I'm not saying your footage look horrible, but that choppiness, right? I think what can, it looks like a webcam to me, right? That choppiness is because there's not enough light, so the webcam is struggling to see you, right? So what you would do is you would take the GVM, you would take the newer lights, and you would just light your subject up. So you would light yourself up so that when the camera's looking directly at you, it has more light for the subject, so it doesn't struggle to see you. So it can pick up the frames per, it can pick up the FPS. Because of the lighting, it's lowering the FPS, and that's why you're getting that stuttering. That's where you're getting that jittering from. Right? So I'm not saying it's gonna make it look super, super clear, but it's gonna not stress the. Yeah, you're using webcam. I can tell it's a webcam, and there's nothing wrong with a webcam. Right? I had the Logitech Brio I had the Logitech Brio, and Logitech Brio is an amazing fucking webcam. Right? Highly serviceable webcam, 4K 30, excellent 4K 30. The only problem is that you got to make sure your lighting is on point, because if you don't have the lighting, the webcam is going to start to struggle because it has a very small sensor, so it's not built to be shooting in the night. Right? Tech for your needs and.
Oh, the mic is more.
So we're gonna come back. So this is with the Brio. So all of this now you're gonna see is with the Brio. Let me see. Saturday night pull up. All right.
There's more deep.
I mean, it's a similar trend.
3.69 megabits.
So this is me right here in the top left corner with the Brio. Brio looks amazing. Again, the Brio looked amazing.
Can you backtrack for a moment when you're done?
Yeah, okay.
The Brio looks amazing with the lighting. If you don't have the lighting, the Brio is going to absolutely struggle. A webcam will struggle if you do not have your lighting set up. Because see, right here, look at the lighting. See, the lighting is set up. So this is actually talking about Trump. I'm not going to play that because I don't know how YouTube be acting mad funny when you talk about Trump sometimes. I want to see where I got everyone off the panel. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, so what's going on? Okay, so this is the Brio again. This is me with the Brio with all the lights and stuff like that. So you can see like how the webcam with the proper lighting, again right here, look at this. This is with the green screen. This is with a Brio. The Brio 4K webcam. Check them out. Okay, so once you have the proper lighting on your subject, like the webcam can do its work. And it's either going to be the webcam looks like crap because the crappy webcams are going to look good. Most webcams look great with proper lighting. Okay. Or addressing the bad behavior. Now this one, because I chose to make it a little dark, it was very dark. Let's see here. There we go. So let's check it out right here.
It's not simple. It's a very complicated software.
Okay, look at this. So this is a webcam right here.
John be getting there, man.
Lighting
We get
okay,
that
yeah.
information on the low.
So again, this is the lighting.
But ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You go ahead and do that. If that works for you and you doing that, you maximizing your time, man. Go ahead and do you, man. For
What shirt is that? I don't even know what shirt that is I got on.
That's up.
Is that the short sleeve shirt? Yes, that short sleeve shirt I got.
Holla at you, man.
Yeah, so that's with the lighting, right? So with the lighting, the webcam looks great, right? So we come here. Let's see.
Women, you loud bitches need to go somewhere. We do not like you. Go away. Loud.
Yeah, so as you can see here, right?
Loud bitches, we do not like you. If you loud.
That stuttering, that low frames per second, that's because of the lighting. If you up that lighting, it's going to pick up the frames per second. Right? So you just have one of those lights like right in front of you, and you just drop it on one. It has one setting, you just put it on one setting. That's going to pick up the frames per second. So instead of it jittering like this, it's going to look like this.
you, and I'm gonna be a whole fool. But see, Leafy's been struck down before.
So it's going to look like this now.
And I think a strike or banning him for a week would have been fair enough. Whatever fire I got on Epidemic Sounds, that's what y'all gonna get. Shit.
Yeah, if you just see the frames per second, right? That's really what that is. So lighting is going to really help a webcam tremendously. This is still with the Brio, so this is not even a GoPro. And ultimately now where we get to the point where you see the difference. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the difference because you have a webcam. So I don't want to show you with a $800 camera. I want to show you with a webcam what that lighting do once you fix it. Once you add lights to it, what that lighting looks like for a webcam. This is a webcam. This isn't, I don't believe this is the GoPro video.
Streaming.
This is a webcam
And
still.
with our setups and our equipment and our graphics and music and
This is
things
with all the lights on in my room now.
like that, we can compete with the big boys, right? I can confidently say that my live streams look better than those broadcasts that some of the news stations do. Facts. You could too. Facts. But also there's a problem when people abuse live streaming.
Okay, you see? So that's just to show you with proper lighting. Now, again, I like to shoot kind of like when it's dark too. I don't like having all these lights on and shit while I'm streaming. It's very distracting. I just like it. I just like streaming in the dark too. So I then I understand that too.
At this point, the Note 9 is looking like to be the GOAT of the Samsung Note series lineup.
So there's also that too. So again, like this is also showing you when you're in the dark what that color look like, because this is still with lights. So this is still with extra lighting. You know, the lighting's a little bit hard and a little bit harsh. It doesn't handle the transitions very well. But oof, that shit is blown out like a motherfucker. That's why I got the other camera too. Yeah, but this is now with you know, the A6400. So for real, I'll put my name to that. Matter of fact, there they go right here. There they go right here. Hold on. There they go right here.
Videos, or I've seen people.
Yep, there they go right here. These are the lights right here. Yep, this is me talking about the lights right here.
We'll talk about it. I've talked to people about it.
Yep.
Everything I drop in the chat room is going to be, you know, technician approved. Okay.
Actually, brother Love, you should check this stream out that I did. This is how to build the best setup for on Amazon for any budget. You should check that video out, actually. So you'll get more information of what I'm talking about tonight, and you'll be able to see firsthand what I'm talking about.
Don't give me your number. There we go.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely get those lights, man. Like those lights are, I tell everybody, get them lights, man. Like if you do anything, matter of fact, before you even get another mic or a camera, get them $40 lights, man. And your shit will look extra crispy. And you will really love how your streams look. I think you do. I kind of like this though. I kind of like this. I like how you do this. I will do just that. Yeah, definitely check that stream out because I cover all types of price. I do a lot of stuff with setups on my channel and gear and podcasting and live streaming gear and stuff like that. So I'll just sit here for like 2-3 hours and I'll just go through a bunch of gear and setups and price ranges. I kind of like how you do the whole, you know, Brother Love show thing. Kind of reminds me of like Michael Baisden or something like that. Kiss FM, something like that. Ah, you see, this is a camera. It doesn't have a clean HDMI out too. That's why you got that. Okay.
Do it now. You know what I'm
Sounds
saying?
good though. Yeah, you got the sound. You got the pot. That's a Rodecaster Pro.
Tell the people you love them, man.
You got the mixer. You got the sound right. You just gotta fix the. You gotta you know add to the video. That's it, really.
Right this.
Sound good.
Yeah.
Dynamic
Don't
microphone.
wait. Feel what I'm saying? Do it now. Yeah, this.
I gotta make sure. Okay. Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate the cash app, brother love. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man. I think you just get the light, man. You get the lights, and then you get your Digi Osmo. Oh, you got someone in there too. You do raffles?
Corey, you out, baby. You out. That's all good though.
Yeah. You just got the road too? Yeah. Okay, you just got it. Okay. All right, you just got it. Okay, cool. No problem. Excellent mixer for podcasting. And you're using it the way you're supposed to use it, right? And I think your boy here, I don't know if you gave your boy a mic too, or if he's just there chilling. Because you can set up another mic and you can give him a mic too. And he could talk into the mic too if you got a long enough XLR cord and if you got an extra mic. But yeah, that you're using it the way you're supposed to use it. See, if you doing that the way you're doing it, you want to do call-in shows and stuff like that, I would tell you, yes, go get a Rodecaster Pro. Absolutely, get you a Rodecaster Pro. If you want to do call-in shows, do a Rodecaster Pro. Get a Rodecaster Pro. And you're using it to its full extent because you are using the call-in feature by setting up a separate phone line into the mixer. So you are using the device. See, a lot of people would think, I want to do mixing, I want to do a podcast. So they'll think, okay, I'm gonna get a Rodecaster Pro. But the thing I've talked about this on my channel too, is are you going to be using those XLR inputs? Are you going to be having people calling into your show? If you're not going to be doing those things, you can scale that down because you don't need a Rodecaster Pro if you're not going to be doing those things, right? That's why I didn't get the Rodecaster Pro. Well, technically, I could have got the Rodecaster Pro, but I got the Gore XLR because I like the Gore XLR. I like the Gore XLR. I like what the Gore XLR does. And I get and I fully utilize my Gore XLR. So, yeah. But definitely, man, you definitely get that lighting situation sorted out. I don't know, maybe you put one at the back right here. Maybe, set it up somewhere here. Then you put the other one somewhere here. If you got room, put it behind it somewhere. Because you just need that light on your subject, really. I think so that the camera doesn't do all the stuttering for the frames per second that it does here. if you focus the camera here, right? But any more lights in the subject, just updated my computer. Okay, cool, no problem. Cool, no problem. Yeah, computer upgrades definitely help. And you know, I did a stream about laptops too. This is my stream about laptops and desktops. You might find some value. You might find some value in this one. Because I talk about the difference between a lot of desktop and laptops in this, and I go over a lot of computers in different price ranges based on what your needs are for podcasting and live streaming. And I covered all of that here. And actually with here too, this is my camera, but I'm using this in S-Log. That's why the color range is, this is more dynamic color range actually. So when I edit this, if I want to edit this video, I have more access to the color gamut. The color range. You got a whole setup here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Did that hurt? That didn't hurt
That's
at
how
all.
we got to bring something.
Did that hurt? That didn't hurt at all.
Yeah. Probably set a light up here or something like that. Like I have a table here, have the light just here. I got a gaming laptop, had all the specs. There you go. That's it. You got it. So you got it, man. You just got to get the lights. That's it. You know, you get the lights. What's that? Got to get the lights.
To the white man that has freed more black man than anybody.
Wait a
minute. Oh, wait.
You got it on my hold on. Hold on. Where my thing at? I gotta do my thing. Hold on. Wait, it's right here.
Shout out to Brother Love with the lady on the podcast.
Oh man, wait a minute. I hear you, man. Yeah, but just let me see. What's this?
Hey, put your little beans every week in here just to make sure that we got what we need. I mean that you ain't serious about this.
And you got the mic, so you good? Yeah, you good. Look at that. You got the mic. You got the mic in the man. You got it, man. Just keep doing your thing. Look at that. You got the mic, the second mic with the boom stand and everything. You got it, man.
Damn, it's so fucked up, man.
And they died so close together, but they had a great sound. Like they love songs.
One of a kind.
Okay. Right on.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? They all was old. It was some young women.
Doesn't R. Kelly?
Yeah.
And you got a dynamic microphone, perfect microphone selection for what you're doing.
Something.
And they still ain't doing that shit.
But you know what? The other people from other countries will come here and look at one house to save their dough so they can all branch out. We can't do that.
Man.
It's not true. They'll all stay in one house for like 5 years. March and learn.
Yeah. You put that one light there. I'll even give you a suggestion. You could probably, whatever this is, if you got room, you put that one light here, put that on her, whatever. Have that light hit her here. Have that light hit her here. So this part is illuminated. And then the second light, wherever you have that room, I think this on another shot, on another video, you had room back here. Just put it up. You can elevate it up to like 10 inches up here. So you elevate it up here and you just have it lighting your subject up here. You can try it out and try different suggestions, try different configurations, because all you need is light. It's enough light to get rid of this blurriness, to get rid of that blurriness of the camera. That's my tablet. Yeah, video quality. No, it doesn't suck. You just need lighting. It sucks. Like, it's still usable. Like, it, it's very public broadcasty ish. Like public access radio, public access TV ish, right? That's a lot of public access TV shows. A lot of public access TV shows back in the day look like this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just gotta add light. So you got your homie in there.
My boy's gonna do. I really need to know.
You see now, you see how this looks better, right? You see how this looks better because you have light coming from wherever this light source is. Whatever this light source is that you got that's coming from here. You see how this is illuminating all of this? That's lighting this whole area up, and this light source is just coming from here. So imagine if you just have 2 dedicated lights lighting up this area here and lighting up you. I have that mic, that blue mic. I have that mic. That blue mic you're using, I have that mic. I think that's the X-Kelvan, something like that. X-Kelvan. Hold on, let me see. I have that. Let me see. I have that mic. Yep, I think you got the same mic I got. Hold up, that's the same. I think that's the same mic. The X-Kelvan mic, the BM800. That looks exactly like the mic that I have down here. That mic is my first mic. If that's the same mic that you got, that's the first mic. That's my first mic that I got, the X-Kelvan BM800. Yeah, so it just, take a look at the lighting. You'll see the difference, right? It's going to be a huge difference because this video is a lot sharper.
Cowboys, man.
Let me see the movement.
From 24 times, something like that.
Right, the most ever in history.
Yeah, so lighting. At the end of the day, once you get done with the audio, once you get done with the video, lighting is definitely gonna. That's it, right? Yes. Look at that, right? That's it. Yeah, the X-Kelvan. Yeah, I can recognize that mic anywhere, man. That's a blue mic. That's a big ass blue mic. Yeah, that mic is awesome. That's a very powerful mic. Very great. It's a really great mic for the budget. I think when I got mine, it was like $30. Excellent mic, man. Excellent mic for starting off. And that's a condenser. So you gotta make sure you speak it into the front, not the top of it. And if you want to upgrade that mic, and you could probably follow my path too. If you want to upgrade that mic, but you didn't want to get a huge expensive mic, it depends, right? You can get the AT2020. Audio-Technica AT2020 sounds fucking amazing. Or you can get a slightly better mic. It just depends, whatever sound that you're looking for. But for right now, that mic sounds amazing.
Mind you,
that's a condenser because it's very powerful.
The day before them niggas hop on the plane.
Yeah, I mean, you can and again, a lot of people think you got to upgrade your mic. You don't have to upgrade your mic if you got the mic to sound great for you. You got to do layered upgrades. So if you got the mic, you got the mixer, you got the camera, now you just got to upgrade the visuals, which is improving the lighting. And then you improve the lighting, you come back and see where you want to improve and change things. Maybe the camera. Maybe the camera, and that will be it, and then you'll be good and you just do your shows. But you don't always got to keep buying to make content. You just got to make content first. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I didn't even expect to be on this long like normal, but it's time for me to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is C/D Technician. I'm glad to have done this live stream. I didn't plan to do a live stream, but I did it anyway, and I didn't plan to be on this long, but it just happens. That's how things happen on the show. I don't have any particular opinion on most mics. I just think whatever mic suits what you're doing, your use case, your budget, your benefit, how you want to use it, how you want it to work for your setup, and if it works for your setup, that's the mic for you. I don't do too many brands, but until next time, thank you. Goodbye. Good night.